Hello, kindergarten, and happy Friday. It is the end of the week, and I know you guys have been working so super duper hard. And we have our final story for this week. And as you know, you've been listening and watching videos all about houses, all about homes, and thinking about what homes do and why they're so important. So today, for our final story of the week, we're going to read a story called Two Homes. And I just want to remind you guys, this story is fiction. It's a made-up story. It is not real. And we remember that in fiction stories, we see lots of different characters, we see lots of illustrations or pictures, a lot of things that are pretend, and different types of settings. So again, we're reading a fiction story. It's a story that is not real. So we're going to be paying attention to the characters as well as looking at the pictures and what's happening in the story. So again, the title of our story is called Two Homes. And our character's name is called Alex. What is something that you notice about the cover of the story? Take a few seconds to look at the cover. What are you noticing in the cover of our story? Now, when I look at the cover of our story, I see that our character Alex looks like he's in his house and he has drawn some pictures. And I see a picture here where it looks like maybe this is him and maybe his dad at a greenhouse, and his mom and him at a different type of house. Maybe this looks like an apartment building. So he's drawn these two different homes or houses. And we have to ask ourselves, why has Alex done this? Why has Alex drawn two different homes? Well, let's go ahead and go into our story and find out. Again, our title is Two Homes. Here I am Alex. And as you can see, he has drawn a picture of himself. This is Daddy. And this is Mommy. Daddy lives here. Sometimes I'm with Daddy. So what is something that you notice about Alex's home? So here he is with his dad. What is something that you notice about Alex's home? One thing that I notice is that it's just his father here, and they look like they're near maybe a beach somewhere. So other different houses are there, and there's a dog there, and maybe they're about to play basketball. So I notice it's just him and his dad. Mommy lives there. Sometimes I'm with Mommy. So I have two homes. So what are you noticing about his mom's home? So it looks very different from his dad's home. Looks like they're in what looks like a city. And when we saw the picture on the cover of the story, it looks like maybe his mom lives in an apartment building. Even though we can't see a tall apartment building right here, maybe that's where they're walking towards. I have two front doors. My coat goes here. That's his dad's house. My coat goes there, in his mom's house. I have two rooms. My room at Daddy's, my room at Mommy's. I have two favorite chairs. A rocking chair at Daddy's, a soft chair at Mommy's. I have lots of friends. Friends come and play at Daddy's. Friends come and play at Mommy's. So let's take a moment to think. What do you think how do you think Alex feels about his two homes? How does Alex feel about his two homes? So take a moment to look at these different pictures, and I'll flip back to a couple more. How do you think Alex feels about his homes? So as you can see right here, it looks like he is petting some type of animal. Looks like a bunny. He's happy. Looks like he's pretty happy playing with his friends. And when we look back, We notice that he talks a lot about the chairs that he has, his 2 rooms, and he looks like he's playing over here. He's got fish at this house. And he even gets a chance to tell us that he has 2 front doors. So looking at the story and what it's told us, because he's telling us all about his things at his mommy's house and his daddy's house, and we can see in the pictures he's smiling, he's playing, he's having a good time. We can tell he definitely likes both of his homes, and he likes being with his mommy and his daddy at their different homes. Pretty happy kid. I have 2 kitchens. Daddy and I cook here. Mommy and I cook there. I have 2 bathrooms. I have a toothbrush at Daddy's. I have a toothbrush at Mommy's. I have 2 telephone numbers. Mommy calls me at Daddy's house. Daddy calls me at Mommy's house. I love Daddy. And I love Mommy, no matter where I am. We love you, Alex. We love you wherever we are. So I'm noticing something's a little different. There's something that just changed. Can you tell what has just changed in our stories? What's just changed in our stories? Well, I bet you figured it out because I noticed that Alex is no longer talking. It's his mommy and his daddy because they're using the word we. So that's the mom and the dad. They're telling Alex they love him and that they love him no matter where they are with him, whether they're with him or whether they're not with him. They love him. And we love you wherever you are. So let's take a moment to think about Alex's life. Alex talks a lot about his 2 homes. What are some of the things that he told us in the story are at his houses? What are at his homes? What does he have? For example, we know he has 2 front doors. What else does he have? What does he have at both of his houses? And take a moment to think, what type of family does Alex have? What type of family does Alex have? If you take a moment to think, you notice that Alex's mommy and daddy are not together. They live in different homes. His dad lives in one home, his mommy lives in another home. So Alex spends his time with both of his parents, each at a time. Sometimes he's with his daddy, sometimes he's with his mommy. But again, take a moment to think about all the things that he has in his homes. And again, how does Alex feel about his homes? How does he feel about it? Take a moment to think about those things. So, as we end our story, I hope that you enjoyed all throughout this week learning about people's homes, how they're different, how they're the same, and why having a house is so important to people. So I hope you really enjoyed this story today. Thank you so much for working so super duper hard this week. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.